You know, he's off bouncing in the clubs with the other Yachtplos, and a sexy little Nodosaurus comes up to him, and it's like, yo, what's your name? And he's like, blogger, 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 blog. And she's like, blogger, 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 blar. And he's like, no! And thus was the tale of blogger, 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 blog, coming soon to all good bookstores. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot, and welcome to Botanical Gardens version 2.0. Botanical Gardens was a custom Jurassic World Evolution park we made a little while ago, a few parks back now, and of course it is a park perfectly suited to the brand new terrain tools, all the new scenery, all the new bushes, all this kind of stuff is something we're going to really take advantage of and build a very natural feeling, very organic, very decorative and beautiful kind of park with as few buildings and paths and stuff as possible. He says, having a building covered in paths right here at the entrance. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this. I just started building like a little spiderweb sort of thing. I still really like having the innovation centre smack bang in the middle as, you know, an opening gambit. As per usual, I will link a QT down below. If you want to name any of the dinosaurs you see in today's video, you'll be able to do so at that link. Go follow that. Just leave your name suggestions, sign up to QT.com, and let me know what you want the dinosaurs to be called. And yeah, let's get going. So I think we're going to start off with the new dinosaurs, right? I think that makes sense. We should be celebrating the new dinosaurs, taking advantage of them. So let's go ahead and increase our hatchery capacity. And we're going to get ourselves some Tyrannosauruses to kick things off, because the Tyrannosaurus is awesome. It has become very quickly, it just keeps going up in my estimations as a dinosaur I really like. So for this series there is a big emphasis on colour and patterning and stuff like that. I love the Rainforest Tyrannosaurus. Also really like, my favourite three are the default, the wetland, the rainforest. So we're going to get those three. Steppe is okay. Jungle is... which is the one I don't like? I think it's... I want to say it's arid or jungle. I think steppe is the one I like. I'm going to take a risk here. We'll go with steppe. We'll just do those four for now, and we'll start work on the exhibit and stuff like that. I don't really have a plan for this. This is our central hub, of course, with the little spiderweb effect. I'd like to move this into something down here, but I don't know what. I just started sticking path together and hoping for the best. I think we can probably cut this off though. This here, like so. If we curve that up like that, make it finish off as a lovely spiderweb kind of thing. A little bit sharp there, a little bit sharp there. There we go, beautiful. I know, spiderweb, nature, right? That sort of makes sense. Just go with me on this, folks. This will be the biggest area of pathing in the entire bloody park. And then what we want to do is bring this one down to there and stop it and curl it round. Not that sharp though. We want it to hug the bottom path just a little bit. Oh god, not that much either. More like that. And do the same on this side whilst we wait for our rhinos. And yeah, the idea is simply just build a beautiful, beautiful park. Very similar to the one we did last time, but hopefully with some brand new ideas, as per usual. If you have any suggestions, if you've got any exhibit ideas or just designs, stuff that you'd like to see implemented, do not hesitate to let me know in the comments down below. So that's our central spider hub for some reason. Can we get water in there by any chance? That would be nice. Okay, I thought it would be nice, but now I'm not so convinced. I think we're going to cover that in rocks and trees instead. And I'm thinking both of these little sides of the webs, these are perfect places for our initial exhibits, right? These little curvy areas right here. So you're going to get the monorail in, which we should do actually. We tend to do this where we kind of just hide the monorail right at the beginning. Let's put it over here actually. Like so. Surround it with trees. And never look at it ever again. Dirty, dirty monorail must be hidden from the world. No interest. Be gone, mono thought. Right, so they'll hop on and then the monorail leads you down here and we'll put a monorail station around here somewhere as well. It's cool, right? I think it's cool. We're going to put some rocks and stuff. We're going to make it cooler. But first we shall build our initial exhibit. Now, as per usual when we do this series, we're going to start off fairly chill, fairly normal, I guess, you know, very simple exhibit-wise, because I really want you guys to get involved and give me dinosaur suggestions and name suggestions and, of course, exhibit suggestions as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a symmetrical kind of spiderweb exhibit thing here. So we'll have a couple of a viewing gallery on both sides. In the middle, Right, how do I do this? It's curved. I think there. Yeah, okay. And we do the same on the other side, and we'll just swap this over here so we can match it precisely, you see? You see? Do you see? There we go, and we just go forward like that. And that should be... It's about there, right? Yeah, looks pretty bang on to me. Alright. Let's get a place for our bloody Apatosaurus. So, that's going to come out a little bit. And then drop down. And then curve. It's all about curves and... I don't know, just... using the world. We're going to make some hills, we need some terrain tools, we're going to paint a lot. It's going to be cool. Imagine a cool thing. That's what this is going to be like. Are you curving more? I think you're curving more. No, it has to go from there. You know what I'm like with symmetry. Leave me alone. I can't turn that part of my brain off, okay? I think it's about there. And bring that down to there. Wait, are you straight? Sort of. And then curve that around. Why does this one not have the curve but the other one does? That's making me suspicious, slightly. Oh. I can't see because of the bloody text. Go away. I think this one might be slightly closer in and that's causing me problems, but I think that's okay. You're not central, are you? Eh, it's good enough. It looks like a little... This is the theme of the park. Spiders. We've got our spider web in the middle, and this is like a little... It looks like a little spider, or maybe a fly that's been captured on it or something. I don't know why that would be a thing, but let's just pretend it is, okay? Right, let's get the exhibit done before we do anything else. So I'm going to bring this in. I'm kind of obsessed with curves at the moment, like this kind of shape. And because it is a natural place, we do want decent exhibit size. This isn't huge width-wise, but we'll make it nice and long so the Tyrannosaurus has a lot of place to hang out in. We're also going to experiment a little bit with the whole natural boundaries, using the rocks to make a sauropod exhibit, or at least the front wall of this sauropod exhibit is just going to be rocks. That's definitely something we can do. And actually, tell you what, we should do this first. Straight line. And we can also use the new truck tour. That's going to be something we definitely experiment with as well. There's a lot of cool stuff we can now do thanks to the patch. Not least of which, brand new dinosaurs. That's a decent sized exhibit, right? I think so. Okay, let's get some dinosaurs. Where are we? I got a little lost. I want to see the step pattern. There's one pattern I don't like. I don't know which one it was. It's not this one. I got it right. Cool. This is the one I wanted. Hello, beautiful. Who's a happy little dinosaur? You're a happy little dinosaur. Oh god, if I ever get a dog, I'm in trouble. Like, I keep acting like this to dinosaurs, never mind dogs. I've not had a dog in ages, I miss my dogs. I do love that skin. I don't know, it's like a rusted army tank or something, which is intrinsically very cool for a dinosaur.
Understood.
Okay. So, I think what we're also going to do is a little bit of an emphasis on the paleobotany. It's not really necessary, but it's also cool. And because it's sandbox mode, we can actually make 2 greenhouses. So I think we want like a little... I don't know, let's bring this path down. I've not really planned any of this out. We're kind of just going to... In case that wasn't immediately obvious, we are just kind of going to make this up as we go along. But we can make something pretty awesome. I'm just thinking whether that's why I want the greenhouse to be like. Yeah. No, we can make this cool. It's coming together in my head just a little bit. It's a shame that you can't flip them vertically, if that makes sense. I'd like this to be the same. Yeah, that's actually really annoying me. Oh no, now I'm sad. There. And then we'll cover this front bit with some water and some trees, and we'll make it all, you know, fancy smanchy. Which is an official term, don't look it up. Okie dokie, let's shoot some more dinosaurs. Pew, pew. And let's get some Euoplocephalos. Put those two together. This is our I don't know, our new dino exhibit, basically. A nice showcase for the Yoplo and the Arano. And we can always bring them in a little bit later on as well. Like I said, we're going to stick to mixing up the colours as much as possible. Just because, you know, it's meant to be this vibrant, natural kind of environment. I really want to emphasise that as much as possible. Or spiders. If we can ever do anything spider-themed, we will be doing something spider-themed. Don't know why it's a thing, but it is. Spider theme does whatever a spider can. Can it swing from a something? No, it can't because it's a theme. Watch out! Here comes the spider theme.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
Acknowledging asset collection request.
En route to collect the asset.
Pretty sure it's just floating with me. Right.
Asset to be collected.
I'm just trying to picture it in my head. So we want a truck tour, I think maybe at the back, sort of curving round, like a hat. Basically, at the top. I don't know, I'm doing the shape in real life. I'm going to have to bring a webcam in eventually. Truck tour at the top. We want like a... I like the idea of like a river cruise that you drive along. Because we can't do an actual river cruise, but we can do one where the path really tightly follows by the river and all the dinosaurs are on the other side, so you can drive past and look out over the river onto the other side and see the dinosaurs. That sounds really cool. We'll do that at the top. We're going to do... I don't know. Like a hill section, I guess? Probably. Oh, we need to put a monorail in. If you were a monorail, where would you be? I don't want to put it... I don't know if I like this. If they were facing towards the camera, it wouldn't be symmetrical, but it isn't anyway. And at least if they were facing towards the camera, as in... I'll show you what I mean. If it was more like this... At least they would be identical, right? So I think we're going to kill them. And then... Fancy paths are actually really annoying. They're hard to do things with. See what I mean? You can't make that transition look good. It'd be nice if when you did a small path onto a big path, it kind of faded out really nicely gradually, kind of like when you're merging lanes. That would be really handy. Because I don't know how to end this now without it looking stupid, basically. I guess we don't. I guess we have to do...
Confirming asset delivery.
Let's like just kill the thick path entirely.
Asset transported.
What's that going to look like? Is that going to look stupid as well? I actually really like that shape there. Is that crazy? Does that look really bad? Why do I like that? Let's put in a thin path. Maybe if I done... No, I think it needs to be a big one. It needs to be a big one. I'll find a way. We always find a way. We always do this. We always do the big thick path down the middle. Like a long tongue penis. We always do that, so we always find a way to make it look not stupid. I'm just not sure what that is right now off the top of my head. I'm going to make this straight. And then... Oh, sorry. I'll give you guys... I know you guys are going mental right now because you have no food. Tell you what, let's just give him some food. We'll sort the exhibit out in a second. And pop out our uploads. There's too much going on. I just love this animation so much. Oh, it makes me so happy. Come on, buddy. Wait for it. Wait for it. Looks to the left. What's over to the left? Oh, there's nothing there. What's over to the right? It's a camera. Blogger, blogger, blogger. Oh, it makes me so happy. I'm such a freaking nerd. Right, okay. Blogger, blogger, blog. Your name shall be blogger, blogger, blog. Blogger, blogger, blog. No, typo. Blogger, blogger, blog gets very upset when people typo his name like that. It happens all the time, you'd be surprised. You know, he's off bouncing in the clubs with the other Yoplos, and a sexy little Nodosaurus comes up to him. And it's like, yo, what's your name? And he's like, blogger, 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 blog. And she's like, blogger, 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 blar. And he's like, no! And thus was the tale of blogger, 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 blog. Coming soon to all good bookstores. Right. Right. I'm not weird, I'm eclectic. Okay, so, what am I thinking over here? I have no idea. Those aren't even. Okay. Let's just design the bloody exhibit, shall we? Oh, we need to put a monorail. I'm going to put a monorail in here. How do I make a monorail look like a spider? That's the main question. How does a monorail look like a spider? I think we just stick that at the end and then we'll build around it. It really annoys me that's not even. Like, do I want to put it there and have it even, or do I want to put it there and have it even? If that makes any sense whatsoever. I'll do. We can always change things. Oops, it is. We can always change things about. It's not, you know, set in stone or anything. It's very bendy and malleable. Like a spiderweb. Okay, so, how big is this exhibit? Are we happy? It's a good size, I would say. I was a little worried it'd be too small, but I think it's okay, because I'd like to build behind here as well, so we don't want to push it too far. Let's get some hills on. We're going to focus on this more than we, you know, usually would in our exhibit building, is getting some depth and height into our exhibits. But not on the fence. This is just because I want to use the new terrain tools to their maximum goodness. It's a huge shame we don't have sand. I would love to do this with sand. I actually think the next sandbox we do is not going to be a sandbox. What we're going to do is go into one of the old islands. I'm going to max out all my reputations, sell everything. You know, we'll play on like Isla Muerta East, or maybe we'll play in Sanctuary actually. Just farm a ton of money and then sell everything and treat it like a sandbox. The only difference would be we'd have to obey social stuff and stuff like that. But I think that could still be pretty cool. Well, let me know what you think. Let's move this out. Flatten that back down again.
Welcome a Apatosaurus to the park.
Adding to the list.
Pew. I don't know. I like the idea of building like a big ridge. We usually do that, but now we've got the new this thingamajiggy. We can make the mountains just look better, you know. I'm going to fade it there and put it quite strong at the top, and just little bits on those bits there. Maybe a bit much. It'd be really nice if we had like an opacity, you know? But if you're very gentle with it, you can kind of get somewhat close to an opacity. It's great. It's just, I don't know. It's just so much better. It's so much better. It's great. This exhibit's too small. Let's get some water in. The size of the water brush. Okay. Water brush is huge, so you tend to have to put the water in and then change the water with this more than anything else. You're very rarely going to use the actual water tool to make your rivers, because it just looks stupid. Like, by default, it looks a bit odd. I'm going for a kind of, I don't know, hilly, damp, mossy. Like, it rains and the water flows down and gathers in puddles because of the hilly nature of the environment. Pretty sure we already had all the uploads, didn't we? Yeah. What's she on about? Crazy so-and-so. Let's get them shuffled over. The exhibit might be a little bit small, but we'll have a little think about that. That's no big deal. The first episodes are always very chill, you know? It's really important that I get your feedback and ideas and all that kind of jazz. And all that jazz. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Collecting asset.
I really do want to keep this path flat, however.
Commencing asset transit.
There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. It feels really nice doing that, actually. It's like one of those oddly satisfying things for some reason. All nice and flat, thank you.
Transporting asset.
Believe me, I'm not really typically a big fan of flat, but in this situation, I think it could be extended out. It feels thin, especially with 5 more dinosaurs on the way. It feels too small to me. I know it's long, but how would I do that? Maybe we can do a funky shape. Let's do a funky shape. So we're gonna go from about the middle. Is that the same size? Yeah. And then do the same shape. Something like that. Extends it a little bit, makes it interesting. Gives me a little bit. Oh, yeah, it just feels a lot better already. Right, so what do we do with the hill then? Big hill. Big hill is what we do. Okay, big hill. And then let's get the water and drag that
Asset
into this area over here on the right. Kind of behind the hill a little bit, like so.
transportation complete.
I don't bloody know. Always making this up as we go along, folks. Always making this up as we go along. The bloody flatness. Bleh.
Asset delivery confirmed.
It looks like a penis. It's an odd penis, I will admit, and I do tend to see penises everywhere. But I want to fix that a little bit. I just wanted to seem like it's curving around the mountain.
Asset has been delivered.
This mountain ridge at the back. And it flattens out quite nicely into the water, which will then surround by trees. We cover it underneath here a little bit, like so. And get a little bit dirty. Just because, for some reason, there's no grass around the river. Cool. And then we're going to grab our lower tool, which you'd always want to do, and then put some dents in here and there. Let me smooth that out a little bit without using the smooth tool. Okay. Whew. I've got to remember that now that we're doing this, exhibits are going to take much, much longer to build. Just every exhibit's going to take half an hour now because there's so much more detail and stuff that we need to do. I like that. He's a little bit behind here. A bit more on the ridges. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, done. Well, not done. We still need to do trees and stuff. There's bloody loads to do, actually, as it happens. I'm just trying to think. I want to bring the greenhouse in. I want it to be that you walk forward. And you enter kind of like a foresty sort of area, and the greenhouses are kind of lurking in the woods, basically. So do we have it that you come walk down here? We're going to put water along here, because we always bloody do. And then... It's just the thickness of the path that's annoying me. I don't think it's a big deal. I think we can get past that. Let's extend this out. It's interesting. If you do it in little bits like this, you don't get the flags. If you do it in a long one, the flags come in. It's not actually determined on the length of the path in and of itself. It's determined off the length of the path that you place down at one time. Which is interesting, if not slightly strange. I think like maybe even a little curve, you know, kind of like a little secret garden. And we can even put an exhibit here, right? So you come down here and then it just walk a little bit through the trees, and then the greenhouses are sitting here at the end. I know that looks very odd right now. It's like a wibbly sword, basically, but it will look cool eventually. In theory, it's not gonna look cool eventually. Shh. And then we'd put these in here. I don't know. It's never a very efficient park, this kind of park. It's all about prettiness, basically. And then this path can curve round onto both of these. Like so. And we'll cover this with trees and rocks and a little bit of water and make it hidden and secret, and this whole area will be its own thing. And then what we probably need to do is connect these thicker ones with the spiderweb somehow. It looks odd, but it won't. Right, more importantly, trees. Beautiful, beautiful trees. That's what we need. Big tree. Oh, I like the idea of the big tree being on the hill. Big tree's like overlooking. Oh, that's very cool. Big tree's overlooking all the other trees. Big tree also doesn't really go anywhere because big tree is so amazingly large. Now I'm going to try to theme the exhibits a little bit tree-wise. As in, we don't want to put every tree in every exhibit. Well, I do. I like fundamentally do want that to do that, but I think it'll look better if we don't. So we're going to use a lot of these because these kind of suit the big tree a lot better, I would say. That already looks pretty nice. And the other one that kind of suits is this one here. I don't know, I like the idea. I like the idea of the trees on the hill. That's a little bit high up. We don't want too many trees on the hill. We want it to be like a special feature. And these look too lined up to me. Let's kill that one. Okay. Now we can still use the default tree tool. It does have its uses. Sparingly. That's the thing, you can use it sparingly now. You don't have to go mental. You can kind of blend it together and it just adds thickness to your existing trees more than anything else. Like I said, this is the Botanical Gardens, so there's gonna be an emphasis on trees and rocks and stuff. All the things I love the most in the world. Trees and rocks and stuff. So, let's paint with some dirt around here. I don't know why I like that so much, but I always have. And let's get this. So we're gonna go for there's gonna be quite a big focus on vibrant, I would say, because it's, well, vibrant. Vibrant kind of suits what we're doing. Gonna be a lot of yellow and purple popping up, but the problem is it kills the rock. So that's something I really want to try to avoid where possible. Let's do it around the rock texture, and then over here we can go a little bit more mental. Have it sort of curving around the rock and up into the trees down here. This is just an area. The big trees protected this bit, so there's a nice big patch of foliage. As per usual, I just want to tell a story. The story may be completely nonsensical, but still, that's not the point. Okay. I think that might be what we're looking for. It's nice. It still actually feels a little bit small. But I think part of that is the dinosaurs are only ever going to explore. I mean, that's fine. They're only ever going to explore this area, which is inherently good because this is where the feeder is, right? It does look like it opens up quite a lot at the back. And we do have a massive hill. If you imagine the hill being flat as an area the dinosaurs can explore, then I think it looks a bit better. I'd like something here. This is a little bit dead for my liking. Big tree? No, never the big tree. Oh, we need rocks. No wonder it's looking silly. Doesn't have beloved rocks. Rocks will save the day. Okay, so over here, by the river, big rock. You're going to see me do that a lot in this playthrough. There's the other one that I like, this one here. These are my two faves. Rocks make everything so good. Can I put a rock on a hill? Bum bum. It's nice. I like it. They changed it up actually. I'll just show you guys super quickly. And this is actually in the recent patch. If you got a big bit of water, it used to be when you put the rocks down, it would just kind of sit on top, but now you can see it like drops into the water like so. That's actually a new change. That only came in the new patch in 1.8.2, not even 1.8. So that's cool, right? It looks like the rocks are actually submerged. That's going to be really cool when it comes to a like a spinosaurid kind of enclosure. I'm considering maybe curving this. I don't know, the shape's weird. What's it going to look like if we do that? If we connect that to there. What shape does that make? Other than a nonsense one. Yeah, okay. The only problem with doing shapes like this is how on earth am I ever going to replicate this on the other side of the map? I don't stand a chance. Okay. Like a little rocky section over here. Let me drag that up into the hill a little bit so it comes down and wraps around. That's a little bit much though. Let's get a little dirt in there as well. Okay, and a tree. No, maybe not. What about over here? This can have a tree. Lovely, lovely tree. There we go. Yeah! It's just so much better. It's very rocky enclosure, but I think that suits the Apatosaurus, even if it doesn't necessarily suit the Tyrannosaurus. It just, I don't know, it just, everything about it is just so much more interesting to look at, you know? The rocks, the individual trees, the texture on the ground. Look, I'm communicating down the hill. I like it. You uploads in the distance wandering around. I'm much happier with the size. It was too small at the start. I can probably do that again on the other side, and we'll have the monorail curving through that. And it's not that big. It doesn't take up that much room in reality. It just feels large. Right, so, folks, finally got there. Next episode, we'll do some greenhouse stuff. We'll probably just build the exhibit on the other side, the one that's going to match this, because again, it's going to take some time. We're going to do the greenhouse, and we're going to finish the greenhouse area and make that look pretty as well, and maybe some more basic design work. We need names for 5 Euoplocephalises and 4 Tyrannosauruses. No, wait, no. 4 Euoplocephalises, because of blogger. This one's blogger. Blogger already has a name, so we need names for 4 Euoplocephalises, 4 Tyrannosauruses. Go into the description of the video, check out the qt.com link, sign up if you haven't already, leave your name suggestions. We're going to do a little bit of work on this area, like we're going to put some trees and stuff in there. This obviously needs to... There's a lot of stuff that needs doing, but it's going to be cool. I'm very confident of it being cool. I think we're going to make this area very... contained palm trees, very Californian, like straight line water palm trees kind of thing going on there, and then water beyond it. Going to control it a little bit, but still have that very natural feel to it. It's going to be awesome. I'm very excited. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Any suggestions for the future, leave your name suggestions in the QT, and I'll see you lovely folks next time. Hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Is that everything I need to say? Yes. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.